Okay guys, this is the second video for Blink-182's All the Small Things, and we're going to take care of the verse here. And I might throw in the intro again after the verse because they changed it a little bit, but if I don't, I'll put it in the third video. So here we go. The verse, obviously it's where they start singing the first time in the song, and I guess the entire verse, I should play it for you real quick. Let me just play the first section of that verse. So this is what you're going to be playing. You're going to play that 4 times in a row. And let me angle this a little better. Now, and then after you play that, it's going to sound like this. And then okay. Now I'll put all that together towards the last of the lesson, but let me go ahead and show you what you're going to play here. First of all, I need to talk to you about palm muting. If you don't already know what palm muting is, this is a quick lesson over it. You're going to take the palm of your hand right here, the very back end heel of your hand right here, and put it on the strings of the guitar. But you're not going to do it way up here because you'll be too muted if you do it there. So what you do is put your hand on the bridge back here and start strumming these strings. You don't have to be holding anything down, and then move up until you get a sound about like that. They want to be muted, but you still want to be able to tell what the notes are. They want to sustain for just a second before they die out. Okay? And that's palm muting. If you're too high, it'll sound weird. If you're too far back, it'll keep ringing and won't mute at all. So once you've gotten used to palm muting, then just do that technique with this next chord progression I'm going to show you. Okay? So the chord progression that we're going to use here, it's all power chords, and the first chord is going to be 3rd fret on the A string with your first finger. Then you're going to have 5th fret on the D string with your 3rd finger. And it's just those 2 notes. You're going to palm mute and strum those 2 notes 8 times in a row. Okay, so okay. And then you're going to switch to your next chord, which is just up a string for each finger. So your first finger goes to the E, and your 3rd finger goes to the A, and it's 3rd and 5th fret. You're going to strum that palm muted 8 times. Okay? Next chord, you stay on these same strings, but you slide that way towards the head of the guitar, down to the 1st and 3rd frets. So it's 1st fret on the E string and 3rd fret on the A string. Okay? Strum that 8 times palm muted. After that, you're going to slide back up to where you just left to 3rd fret on the E string and 5th fret on the A string. Strum that 8 times again, palm muted. Okay? Now that's the full chord progression right there. So putting it together, it's going to sound like this. Okay? Now what I just did there, you're going to repeat that 4 times in a row. So the verse, you actually started off with this. And I don't remember the lyrics exactly. I'm really bad about lyrics. But I do remember the melody. And it's kind of like, all the small things. Da, 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 da. And we've got 3 more times to do it. That was 2. This is our 3rd one. After you play that, then what you do is go back to the 5th fret on the A string with your first finger. I'm sorry, 3rd fret on the A string with your first finger, and 5th fret on the D string with your 3rd finger. And you're going to strum that chord twice really quickly and let it ring. Sorry, just twice. Like that. I usually use an up and then a real quick up and then a downstroke and let that second time just ring out. This is where they're singing, say it ain't so, I will not go. That section there. So, after you do that, then it's going to come in with the next part where they're singing na 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 that section. So what you're going to do is you're still on this chord, but you're not going to palm mute now. It's going to just be 16 strums, real quickly, all downstrokes. So it's going to be like this. Okay, no palm muting, 16 times in a row. After you strum that 16 times, you immediately go up a string to 3rd fret on the E string, 5th fret on the A string, and strum that 8 times. After that, you're going to stay on those same strings and slide down 2 frets to 1st and 3rd. So you strum that 8 times, and then you repeat that. So you play that part, that section, twice. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, then 8, then 8, and then you do the whole thing again. Okay, and that's the end of the verse. You kind of have the intro come back in after that, like I said, but I'm actually probably going to save that for the next video because it changes a little bit. So let's go ahead and play through the verse one time, and I'll play along. I'll actually just play through the whole thing. So this is what it's going to be like. I'm not a great singer, so I'm not going to sing through all this, but I'm going to play the whole thing. So here we go, starting right when the lyrics start. Ready? Go. Okay, that was the verse. Right after that, the intro comes back in. And I can go ahead and show it to you, but I just will teach it in the next lesson. It changes, and it looks a little different from the first way you learned it in that first video. It looks like this. That probably looks real similar to the first way you learned it, but there's a small change that I have to point out. So once you're done with the intro in the first video and then the verse that we learned in this video, go to the third one and I'll show you this variation on the intro that they stick in after the verse.